Hello, welcome to today's YouTube Live. How is everyone today? Let's check everything's working. Do a little tech check. Make sure everything is good. There we go. Fantastic. Hi everyone. Glad to have you with us. Today we are talking about a question for you is what do you call the next level in your online teaching business? If you're a teacher entrepreneur, you might have heard the word scaling and next level. So what does it really mean for you? That is something that I would love to know. So I'm going to bring up some. Let's go like this. There we go. So this is just to keep us on track on what we are going to be talking about today. We've already started. Welcome to the weekly. So we're going to be talking more about the next level for you. So there we go. All right, so welcome. Let us know where you're joining from today. I'm in Florida. Still sunny, but not so warm. So let us know where you're coming in from and what's your weather like today. So when we think about online businesses, and a lot of people talk about scaling, or that can become a common aspiration that we hear about among a lot of educators. We're living in this digital age, so it's a little bit different to when I was growing up, and my parents had a physical business where people would actually go to the place where it physically was. But today we live in this online digital age, so it's a little bit different. So when we talk about scaling, in the old days, it might have been you have more than one location, but now we are talking about how we can serve more people, but we're not really changing location. So let me know. I'd love to know what scaling means to you or what the next level means to you, because everybody's next level is something different. So we're really going to talk a little bit more about peaks and successes of where you can be and where your journey can take you. So I've prepared a few points and a few excellent stories of past clients that have done just that. So point number one, I don't have slides for this. We're just going to talk. So defining your next level. So again, I said, what does that really mean for you? So if we think about climbing a mountain and different levels of a mountain, or if we think about, base camp and halfway and you're at the top. So we think about one of my posts I did recently was about that analogy. I love analogies, by the way. You probably have seen that in a lot of my posts. So the first step to climbing that business mountain is understanding what is the next level for you. And again, that's a personal thing. It's different for each person. So for you, maybe it's about achieving a certain income target. Maybe it's expanding your client base or the students or customers that you serve. Or maybe it's streamlining your operations. If you've ever worked with me before, you probably heard me say, I love saying streamlining, to make things run a lot smoother than maybe they are now. So it could be that you will be streamlining your operations to help you achieve a better, more efficient way of doing things. So I have a few examples of clients in the past who decided they were ready for their next level. So tell me if you resonate with this one. You're an online teacher. You're teaching one-to-one. It's just you and a client or a student, whatever you name your learner. And you know that you could serve more people in, maybe to start off with, a small group. So your next level might be from one-on-one to groups. So I'm going to share my example of Hannah. You can see her story on my website, teacherchristy.com. And Hannah was like maybe you, a one-on-one teacher, and she was ready for that next level of teaching in small groups. So what Hannah decided to do is reach out for help to do a webinar. It was going to be her first online webinar to let people know that she had this next level available in her business, because she knew that it would suit a lot of her clients. So we worked together in a few sessions to help her prepare her webinar. all of the tech side of things, the workflow, the dates, and planning it all out so that she was able to successfully host her first webinar. That was the first milestone. And then she let her audience know that she had her group coaching packages ready and waiting. And I'm pretty sure she was able to fill, it was either 2 or it might have even been 3 the last time we connected, to add that new group coaching level to her business. So for Hannah, that was her next level. And of course, that allows you to reach more people in the same amount of time. And depending on what fees you choose to charge, you may choose to charge the same amount that you were for one-on-ones, but now that you're doing an extended package, maybe you're charging that same rate for each of those, which if you have 3 in a group, that means you've tripled your hourly rate. Or maybe you've reduced the amount a little because you knew that some people really wanted to work with you, but they couldn't quite afford your one-on-one pricing. So maybe at that time you're ready to lower the price a little so that allows more people to connect with you. So let me know if you resonate with Hannah's journey of you're ready to move from one-on-one to small group coaching. That was on Zoom. She runs hers on Zoom. So that is one example I wanted to share with you today. So the second one I wanted to share with you is, again, another online teacher who was ready to go. She wanted to learn more about Facebook groups, and similarly to Hannah, talking about a small group coaching, but in a Facebook group. So it was going to be an actual month-long program, so 4 weeks. This was Anne-Marie. So Anne-Marie decided to get, she was already doing some mini coaching in a group, some free conversation classes, and she wanted to expand that into a more robust month-long package for some of her clients that were asking for that service. So she decided to do a group coaching, but in a Facebook group. So for Anne-Marie, she already had a list of people who were waiting, but she needed help with setting up the Facebook group, how to manage everything, plan it out, even adding in accepting payment and email marketing. So email to be able to remind people when sessions were coming up, how to plan out in the Facebook group itself, how to invite people in, add them to the group. So many things that she was really unsure about how to get all of those in the right order, and she was worried about missing something. So she reached out for help, and we worked together in a few sessions to help her get that. And I was so excited to hear. I was actually there with her just before she went live for her first one, and she has now finished her first round, and she's preparing for her second round. So maybe for you, you're considering a Facebook group where you'll do ongoing sessions. That could be your next level in your teaching business. So I'd love to know. Let us know in the comments if you're watching the replay. Also love to hear from you if that is what your next level might be. Now, if you've maybe already done either one or both of these and you're now looking even more for extended ways of reaching your audience, such as email marketing. So maybe you've created a free guide or a checklist or a mini free challenge that you're sharing with your audience, then you are going to be looking for some email marketing tools. My favorite one that I like to suggest with my clients is ConvertKit. And stay tuned to the end. I've got a little new tip to give you. So maybe you're like Robbie, he had his really amazing free guide to share with people. He was just sharing it in a chat, with a link maybe to download it from his Google Drive. And that's where a lot of people start. They just literally either drop a PDF or a link to something in a chat with their prospective clients. And maybe when you think about it, that type of method, you're not able to track whether they've opened it, when they opened it, how many people, unless you're manually keeping your records, you're really losing out on opportunities to really focus in on the people who are the most engaged. So Robbie wanted some quick wins. He wanted to just get in and do it, get it done, get it all started and set up. So we did even just one session. I think we were on Zoom for about 90 minutes, and we just dove in from the beginning. We opened an account. We did one lead magnet, otherwise known as an opt-in page or a freebie landing page. He was then ready to upload his lead magnet, and rather than sharing just a link in a chat to his Google Drive, it was a link to his landing page, which is the way that we do our marketing efforts of collecting an email address and a name to then give that free gift, which allows us that extra place to connect with people outside of social media. If ever maybe you've had something go wrong with your account on whichever social media you're on, and you don't have that capability to do anything, if like either you're blocked or you accidentally get locked out, or I mean, what was it? It was a while ago now. I think it was over a year ago now. Social media just died for a day. And people that had an email list were able to immediately reach out to their audience. Knock, knock, anybody there? It's a bit quiet out there today in social media land, but we know we're still connected with our audience by starting to create that list. So that is another way. Maybe that's the next level for you in your business, is adding that level of connectivity, community building, because you're going to send maybe a regular email to your list of potential buyers or even past clients, and keep everybody in the loop of what's going on, sharing excellent advice for people depending on where they are in their stage, and letting them know of up and coming events. Like I said, stay tuned to the end, because I also have an up and coming event that I'm excited to tell you about. So those were 3 examples of next level, of people who were ready to add another level to the business that they hadn't done before. And that was just 3 ways that you might possibly be looking at. So that was basically number 1. Point 1 was, what is your next level? Firstly, you need to define your next level. So the next part we want to look at is about streamlining. I'm just looking at my notes over here, make sure I don't forget anything. So the next point we want to look at is streamlining. I just love this word, streamlining. When you think about a bird that flies in the air, they just glide. It just looks effortless because they know how to work, those wind flows and ebbs and flows, and that's how they were built. So if you think about a business, if it feels clunky, time-consuming, you're not sure of, have you missed a step? Or I mentioned earlier, I think it was last week, I posted about checklists. So think about the way your business systems are running. How efficient are they? Are they clear processes that you could even hand to someone to be like, this is what I do, go do that for me? So someone could be doing things like that aren't necessarily needing to be you as the number one person to do everything. And you're over here doing the things that your clients need only you to do. So you're on camera, you're teaching, maybe you're preparing new curriculum, maybe you're creating courses. So those types of things are the things that you can focus your genius zone on and get those things organized, while other people can help you prepare things in the background. So have a think about how managing your online business more effectively could save you time, alleviate stress, and even help set you up for, maybe you use the word scaling, or increasing the level of ways you can reach your audience, and having one or more on a team to help you do that. We don't always have to start with someone full-time as a helper. It can just be a few hours a week if that's something you want to have a look at. I'll be talking more about things like this coming up in the future. So number 2, streamlining your business operations is definitely a key aspect of helping you effectively manage your online business. So let's look at point number 3. When we think about scaling to new heights, just like climbing a mountain, we're going to be going up. Maybe we need to stop and take a rest. We're going to have peaks and plateaus are this way. But when we think about having those correct strategies in place, we're going to be able to know the journey. So I'm not a mountain climber, but I imagine that people who do these awesome mountain climbs, they have a plan. They don't just go, let's go climb this mountain and start at the bottom and work their way up. There is a plan. They need to know what's going to happen, how long will it take, what supplies do you need along the way. I like this climbing a mountain analogy. This is working very well today. So when we think about having a plan, we know where we need to go, how we get there, what steps we need to take to get there. Because if we think about climbing a mountain, it can be a very large task to undertake. But when we break it down into smaller parts, just like a checklist, little steps along the way, we can see progress. We know we're heading in the right direction. We know that goal. We can keep looking back at our goals, which if you're climbing a mountain would be, okay, I'm going to reach the top of this mountain. So having that solid plan, the right strategies, maybe you need help along the way to do that, finding the right people that can help support you in getting to your goal. Those types of things are going to help you really reach those new summits of success. Look at that. I love alliterations. Tell me if you're an alliterations person. Love those as well. So our 3 points today that we were talking about were, how do you know, or what is the next level for your business? So define your next level. Then you need to streamline your business processes to get there. And then to scale, you need to have a solid plan to be able to get there. So Thursday is going to be my new live day. So you'll feel free to set your alarms. This is 12 noon my time. I'm in Florida. So I know at some stage in the next month or so, we'll change the clocks. So join me again next Thursday at noon. I'll be live here on YouTube. The replay, of course, will be here. If you've missed out, I'd still love to hear from you. If you're watching on the replay, what it helped you think about today, maybe it helped you identify some new levels that you could add to your business where you're looking to go. Now, I did say stay till the end because I have something really exciting and new to share with you. I'm going to pop a link underneath this replay as well to let you know that I have a new workshop coming up with ConvertKit. ConvertKit and I are teaming up to bring you a free workshop to learn more about how ConvertKit as an email service provider can help you to grow your business to the next level. So I'm going to leave a link below this video once the replay is up. If you missed out, send me a message and let me know that you'd like to sign up. That will be on November 7. So what have we got? About 3 weeks away. And that will be really exciting. And I would love to see you there for a free workshop and some free gifts as well. Really excited to share that with you. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you're here on the replay, I'd love to hear from you as well to know what tips you'd like to hear about coming up, what today's tips have helped you think about, and how I can possibly help you to achieve the new levels and heights in your business. I'm always here to help you. A few years ago, I started a little saying to start small and dream big. So we're still doing that. You can start small by adding one little new thing to your business when you're ready for that next level. And starting small is okay. We all have to take that first step. And looking around to see who can support you in your aspirations to get to that summit and helping you to get to those little mini places, mini milestones along the way. So I have enjoyed sharing some tips with you today. Hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you again next week.